Have you ever tried to think your way out of anxiety, but nothing changes? You tell yourself, relax, it's not a big deal, just calm down. But your heart is still racing, your chest still feels tight, your mind keeps spinning, and then another thought shows up. Why can't I control this? Let me ask you, what if the problem isn't your mindset? What if your nervous system is simply operating at a level of activation your thoughts can't override? Because here's something most people don't realize. Anxiety isn't just a thinking problem, it's a body state. And once you understand that, the way you look at ways to calm anxiety completely changes. I'm Sophie Mays, master neuroplastician and founder of gritsense.co, and today we're talking about why neuroscience-based tools are so effective for calming stress and anxiety. Most people try to manage anxiety through logic, analyzing their thoughts, trying to reason with themselves, and trying to stay positive. But when your nervous system is already activated, logic often can't reach it, and once you understand how the brain regulates stress, something will shift. So let's break it down. Most people assume anxiety starts with a thought, but in many cases, the body reacts first and the mind follows. Your nervous system is always taking in information, not dramatically, just quietly in the background. It's reading tone, posture, facial expressions, energy in the room, long before you consciously notice anything. So, imagine you walk into a room. Before you've had a single conscious thought, your system has already scanned micro-expressions, shifts in sound, movement, and the emotional tone of the space. And if your system interprets any of that as a lot to manage, it increases activation to support you. Your heart speeds up, your breath shortens, and your muscles prepare. Not because something is wrong, but because your body is trying to help. And here's the key. This can happen even when nothing stressful is actually happening. Your system is responding to cues it learned over time. Let me share a quick moment from my world. You might recognize yourself in it. Here's something that used to happen to me all the time. Someone would text me, "Can we talk later?" And instantly my whole system would react. My chest would tighten, my mind would jump ahead, and before I even knew what I was responding to, my body had already gone into overdrive. Hours later, it would turn out to be nothing. But my body didn't wait for the full story, it moved first. The thoughts came after, and that's when I realized this is exactly why trying to think your way out of it doesn't always work. The body has its own timeline. Here's where neuroscience becomes incredibly helpful. Your brain and body communicate both ways. Your brain influences your body, but your body also sends powerful signals back to your brain. For example, when your breathing slows, your heart rate begins to settle. When your shoulders soften, your muscles signal less strain. When your posture becomes grounded, your brain receives a message. This feels easier. This is called bottom-up regulation. Instead of trying to convince your brain that you're okay, you show your brain calm through the body, and your brain listens. When anxiety rises, the brain shifts its priorities. The thinking center, the prefrontal cortex, becomes less active. Meanwhile, the brain's protective circuits become more active. Your brain is essentially asking, "Are we settled yet?" Until that question is answered, logic often struggles to land. That's why bottom-up tools work so well. Practices like slow breathing, gentle movement, walking, stretching, and bilateral tapping. These tools calm the body first, and when the body settles, the thinking brain comes back online. Suddenly you can think more clearly. You respond instead of react, and that shift can happen faster than people expect. There's another powerful principle in neuroscience called neuroplasticity. Your brain changes through repeated experiences. Every time your nervous system experiences calm, your brain strengthens pathways associated with regulation. Think of it like walking through tall grass. The first time you walk through it, the path is difficult or at least awkward. But each time you walk it again, it becomes easier, and your brain works the same way. Each moment of regulation teaches your system, this is familiar. and over time, calm becomes more accessible. When anxiety spikes, you don't always need a big solution. Sometimes small nervous system signals can begin shifting your state. Here are a few quick micro wins you can try. 1. Add a simple rhythmic touch. Lightly tap or brush your arms, legs, or collarbone in a slow, steady rhythm. Think of it as giving your system a gentle cue of steadiness. 2. Add a grounding gesture. Place one hand on your chest or your belly and let it rest there for a moment. 3. Try gentle bilateral tapping. Alternate tapping your left and right arms slowly for about 30 seconds. These small signals tell your brain, it's okay to soften. If you've been feeling overwhelmed lately, you're not alone. According to the American Psychological Association, 76% of adults report experiencing physical or emotional symptoms of stress in a given month. So just remember, if anxiety has become your day-to-day baseline, please hear this. For the longest time, your nervous system has been adapting to your life experiences. Now, the beautiful thing about the brain is that it can learn new pathways toward ease and regulation. With repetitive small cues, your system slowly learns that ease is possible again. And that's where real change begins. If someone in your life might need to hear this today, consider sharing it with them. Enjoy your week, everyone, and you've got this. I'll see you in the next video.